Hello and welcome back to another Tuesday episode of World Traveler Cooking. Today we're going to make another one of the French daughter sauces, Dijonnaise. And for the taste test, I will try it in the traditional way it's eaten, which is with pan-fried strips of meat on top of noodles, usually like tagliatelle or some other egg noodle. And this is what we're going to do with this today. I think this may be one of the antecedents to the Russian dish of beef stroganoff. You'll note the similarities in the two, but also they're constructed a bit differently. So as you probably remember from some of my discussions of, for example, my attempt at the Hermitage variant, or the original variant of the salad olivier, as well as beef stroganoff, there is this massive interconnection between Russian and French cuisine, especially during the period of late imperial Russia. This is no exception, and so, as I say, this may very well be the antecedent to beef stroganoff. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the ingredients here. We will start out with an onion and some butter. We will add sour cream and mustard. Then it will be seasoned with garlic, some more butter, nutmeg, salt, and pepper. Now, this sauce is often considered to be a daughter sauce of hollandaise with mustard added. However, as you'll note, most of the traditional versions do not include egg yolk. In other words, mustard is your primary emulsifying force in this sauce. And also because it's a butter sauce, it will not keep very long, so make sure you do not make too much of it. So what I'm going to do to get started is I'm going to julienne my onion, and I will get ready to start cooking it in my carbon steel pan with some butter, and we'll start to brown it. Then we'll add the other ingredients. Now, traditionally in French versions, you can add some additional things to this, but they are optional. Tarragon, chervil, and parsley are the three main optional ingredients. So if you like to make these, you're welcome to try it with these ingredients additionally. Some people also add some chives to it. So those are the primary, that's sort of the primary introduction. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, we will heat our butter in the pan. And I just want to show you the way these onions have been prepared. These are what's called an émincé. They're basically very thin slices. So cut them super thin, but not so thin that they burn right away, and you should be good. As this butter melts, we will start adding the onions to the pan. And we're going to cook these until they brown nicely, and they'll cook down a little bit. So cook them until they're kind of getting golden brown. Then we mix in our mustard and our sour cream. So this will be just a few minutes, and then I'll be back. So this is starting to stick a little bit. I don't think we're going to go much longer than this. And then we will add our mustard and then our sour cream. So these are starting to look like they're nicely browned. So I think, yeah, now it's time to add the mustard. Just like about a spoonful and a half. Mix all this together. I'm going to turn this way down. Then we add the sour cream. So I'm going to need more sour cream than what I have in here, but I'm going to start with this. And I will stir this together. go grab a little more sour cream, and I will stir that in as well. So, the rest of the sour cream is in. We're going to stir this around vigorously, and then we will start to season this. I'm going to start by adding a bit more butter and some nutmeg. I'm going to taste it first. I think a bit more mustard too. We're just going to let this cook for a while we stir it constantly until it kind of becomes another sort of mustardy color. At this point I'll add my seasonings, salt, pepper, nutmeg. If you're using parsley, chervil, etc., you add it now. Also if you want add a bit of extra butter, you can do that also now. So for presentation of this dish, what I've decided to do is to put the tagliatelle on the bottom, then this layer of sauce on top. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of contrast. So this is an area where adding some parsley, etc. would be very nice. And then some strips of beef on top of that. You could also do a nice sliced steak. And this is how I'm going to eat it for the taste test. I'm going to do a little bit of photography on the sauce itself, and then I will be back to do the taste test. Now for the taste test. First of all, I'm just going to taste the sauce. This sauce is really rich. It's a little sour from the sour cream. You get the pungentness from the mustard. It's actually really very nice. I probably added a little too much salt, but that's okay. The sauce really elevates the mixture of the tagliatelle and the beef. It's really quite impressive, and it is similar but a little different to sort of your standard stroganoff. I like this. I'm definitely going to make it many more times, and I think that this is a great example of great French cuisine. Now, if you like this content and you'd like to see more of it, please like, share, and subscribe. Also comment if you make a dish like this or you do it a little differently. Now, it would be possible to strain the sauce through a sieve, but I think presenting it on tagliatelle like this, I don't really see much of a benefit to removing the onion pieces, so I didn't do that. You're welcome to disagree with me. Post in the comments what you would do differently. Love to hear that. At any rate, recipes in the description. Bon appetit, and see you next week.